Good evening, dear racing fans. This is the Dragon Force Racing League season opener of season 8 already. We are here in Mogyorod, Hungary, and this is a very tiny starting grid. Sadly, that is a bit of a problem. We have, number says 11. Actually, it's just 10 drivers who are in here tonight. 11th was a malfunction, my own fault, because this is my first ever broadcast of the new game and I didn't know when to hit the right button. So sadly, as a mistake, I am here tonight as a broadcaster and as a driver in the second Red Bull. So this is just AI driven from start to the end. So we have 10 drivers in. The reigning champion Zondi is not here, even though this would be his home race. The last year's vice champion, very dramatic, and Jair is not here as well. So we have 10 drivers in. I only bring you home the race tonight. The quali was wet. I opted for only showing you the race, only broadcasting the race, because I was 3 weeks COVID positive and still do a bit hard in talking long term. So I will need slight microphone breaks every once in a while, but nevertheless, I promised it to Gavin Poynton, the league admin, and so I am here. Let's have a short look about the tires. This is a lot of softs, still a few mediums, and Frenzy as always on hards. Free option for everyone as the quali was wet. And now let's try and see how the new game works. First race, first start, first time on the new game. Hungary, let's go! Oh yeah, community glitch. First race, same as last year. So it is still Spencer Milton leading. Interesting, the community glitch we had in the old game. As soon as we turned into lap 2, we have it now as soon as we start the race. Okay, why not? Anyway, Spencer Milton in the lead, just ahead of Zinex, Josh, and I think it's Slayer then in third. Yes, it is. So nothing too big happened on the start. Big loser of the start, -3. That is Blangeft. There was something going on in the background, I think, but there was no yellow. But there is a big gap between him and Twix Kicks and Flangeft. 2.7 seconds already in the first lap, so there must have been some issue. Now we have a yellow. And the mistaking myself had a good start, +3. And first pit stop right here, that is Flangeft. I'm not sure if I pronounce his name right. He's very slow here in the pit lane. Loop is in as well. Let's stay with them here for a moment and watch what they are doing. If there might be some problem. New front wing for both cars. And so we go on. Spencer Milton in the lead. Then we see Zinex Josh being dropped down to third. Jimmy PSV has pushed through. And this is the view from the Ferrari of Kicks. and Slayer has spun. Slayer has spun here at the end of Sector 2, and he will lose multiple positions down to 6. Just ahead of, myself, have a look. Isn't it a beautiful helmet? VSC. VSC. Slayer does not pit. So no problem, no issue for his car. And Loop is out. Loop is out. Let's see if we can catch it. No, we cannot. Track Marshall got rid of his car early enough that Spencer Milton cannot depict it for us. Looks like a rather long VSC. I don't know if you guys at home can hear it. I think that I am enduring this engine sound bug. I'm not so sure. I mentioned it. This is my first broadcast on the new game. So this is all fairly new for me. And Spencer Milton has spun. My goodness. He spun on the same spots as Slayer did. And doing it under VSC, that is very sad. At least sad. So he lost the lead down to 5th. New leader Jimmy 99 PSV. In case he is from the Netherlands, he is most likely a PSV Eindhoven fan. So, what else can we mention? Here we see Luke back in the beautiful looking Aston Martin. And he is in a pretty good situation here right now. He's the host for tonight. Not Luke Beck, who actually is Luke Beck. He is running on mediums. Means he might be able to run a one-stop strategy, and that could give him quite a good position for potential podium, if not even a race victory. If he doesn't throw it away. Yellow in sector 3, that's behind us. There was a Red Bull ghosted. I think that was Cinex, Josh. Yeah, must have been, because Luke Beck is now in 3rd. Have a look at this. And meanwhile, our PSV Eindhoven fan Jimmy is just racing straight ahead. Just running away early. First pit stop now from Kicks in the Ferrari. Another one, Slayer in. Slayer. I was unsure if I saw it right, but it looked like there was some debris flying off the Alfa Romeo. No, not a good camera angle, but as long as it takes, it is pretty much likely he just received a new nose. Cinex Josh is out! Oh my! There right ahead he must be. There's a red car. Cinex Josh is out, and we have us first safety car. And that means we will have us a lot of first pit stops now. I expect everyone to turn towards the pits. There's the first one, Jimmy, Spencer Milton, a little bit further behind, and he is in as well. Luke Bex stays out on the mediums. That is okay. This is me. And I will stay out. Frenzy. Ooh, Frenzy comes into the pits. My goodness, he, like always, did not qualify. Started on hards, just as he always does. Why does Frenzy pit? Nose is intact too? Oh. Frenzy, hard to mediums? I have no idea what that was. He will receive points anyway, as two people have already DNF, so everyone will receive points, even me as the broadcaster. And that gives the lead to Luke back ahead of Jimmy and me. Funny, isn't it? Flan Geft. Second 3 seconds penalty of the race for ignoring warnings, and officiate likewise. So it was obvious that track limits penalties would be incoming as we race in strict corner cut mode, and strict corner cut in the new game is still as unrealistic as it was in the old game. But I did not expect this to happen under the safety car. And another +5 for Fish Red for tagging Lange. Yeah, so this will still be interesting. There is still a lot that's at stake here towards the end, and penalties won't make it a lot easier too. Let's just see how things will turn out in the later stages of this race. Safety car will be in this lap. It is now looped back, pacing the field here in the last sector until he will run away in one surprising moment. He still did not. He did not. Jimmy is very close. And now he did. Jimmy did not attack him, but Spencer Milton caught up one position. So no Valtteri Bottas moment here in turn 1, but there's a bit of gaggle of cars. The Red Bull of my avatar included. Kicks and Spencer Milton overtook the AI-driven Red Bull there. And Slayer is pushing now too. Really strange to see my own name here in this graphics. Yellow in sector 2. That should be behind us. Yes, it is. It was look back. My goodness. Look back. Ooh, attack from Slayer. He knows that he must push ahead of an AI-driven car very early. And he did so. Yes, he did. Next one would be Flangeft. Yellow in sector 3. Loopback has gone again. Loopback shows us how to ruin a race. From a very prominent position to the last one now. The last one is still 9th, so he would still receive 2 more points for that. Safety car because of Fish Red is out. Too far away. Tried to show it to us, but too far away. He crashed there at the exit of turn 12, where Spencer Milton had a spin earlier already. Who is up into second, by the way, again. So we are only 8 drivers left, 7 of them real. So whoever finishes this race will at least make 6 points, easiest 6 points of your online racing career, right here today in the season opener of season 8. And now it is Jimmy who is leading behind Bernd Mailänder. And 2 pit stops we have seen, Flangeft and Luke Beck, both on hard. So if there aren't any major issues for them, those 2 boys can go through. All the other 6 out of them still in need of at least 1 more stop. And let's see if one of them will risk to come in now. I don't think so. I expect everyone to go a lot longer, or try to go a lot longer on this set of mediums, and then turn to the pits in 10-12 laps or so and finish on another set of mediums. Then that's at least what I expect them to do. Let's see what their strategy and their ideas will be. So right at the end of Sector 2, there was the notification that the safety car will be in this lap. A bit more prominent in this game as it is displayed bigger and more central. I like it. I like it generally. I admit I am not the biggest fan of the new game, as it is in my mind just an update of the old. No new tracks, old tracks, not updated as they should be, as they will be. My goodness! And Jimmy lost it. Jimmy is out on the start-finish straight, just as Sebastian Vettel did in 2014, but Vettel somehow was able to survive the spin. Jimmy did not, so he's still standing there. And this is no safety car again, just yellow. He is vanished. So here we go now with 7 races left, 6 of them real. So our drivers will be at least in P6 in the end, and will receive at least 8 points, updated to 8 points. 2 laps ago it was 6, now it's at least 8. Easiest 8 points you will ever receive in your online racing career. Spencer Hamilton leading the way, now ahead of Kicks, Slayer, and I don't speak it out again. In 5th, then Flange, 6th, Frenzy, and last Luke Beck, who had this disheartening spin, losing his lead, but he is still in 7th. And there is still something in for Luke Beck, because he can go through now already. And if the field stays so close, if we have maybe one more safety car phase or so, he is still in the pit stop delta of the leading trio, and that will mean that he will still have a lot to race for here tonight, going against the lone left Red Bull. Pushed through, well done. So the top 3 has crawled away. Top 3 are still rather close to each other, then a big gap, almost 4 seconds to Flange. So this is turning into a 2 separated groups party. Top 3 racing it out for the podium positions, while the bottom 3 race out the rest of the positions. This is a beautiful view from the front wing of Slayer, showing us how close it is here on the top 3. DRS now enabled, and Luke Beck has DNF. There he was at the safety car number 3. Luke Beck DNF at the end of this vicious turn 4 that has caused so many track limits discussions, and he did not check the track limits, he checked the stability of the walls. So now the drivers will be at least in P5 in the end. That gives them at least 10 gifted points. Let's see if we in the end will have more safety car phases than drivers. Let's see if we might have any finishers that are not on the podium then in the end. Excuse me, this time I forgot to turn off the microphone before coughing. I Still need to do that fairly often to stay alive, I want to say. No. So it's Spencer Milton behind Bernd Mailänder once again. He did not stop. Kicks did. Kicks opted for fresh mediums. 19 laps remaining. Not sure if Kicks can really make them last so long, or if he might need another quick final stint on softs. Then maybe he hopes for another safety car phase, but I'm not so sure. We don't have so many drivers left, so there aren't many more drivers that can potentially cause a safety car phase towards the end. So I am not sure if that was a mistake from Kicks, but we will see. We will see how it turns out in the end. He is in the lottery for a podium anyway. Likewise to, I would like to say, everyone except my own avatar, who, by the way, has just did the only pit stop of his / my race, stopping for hearts. Let's have a short look about the penalties. We have 2 drivers being penalized, and each a +3 for corner cutting, Slayer and Langev. This will not be the only penalties in the race. There will be some more. And if the field stays close, the penalty seconds can really be an turning point, can really have a big effect on the final results. Mercedes, by the way, Mercedes and Ferrari, the only teams who are still team-wise in the race, both Mercedes, both Ferrari, so this will give them a big boost on the start for the Constructors' Championship. And Spencer Milton once again is pacing the field here in Sector 3, as Bernd Mailänder is already on his way to the pit lane. Busy day thus far for Bernd Mailänder. We have just about the midway mark of the race, and this was already his third event, his third stint. Spencer Milton, well done on the restart. This is the view of Langev battling against Slayer, Anand Tanki, his name, and from behind there is Kicks, because Langev committed a slight mistake, a little bit of slide there, and that brought in Kicks, at least almost. Kicks should have some advantages as he is on fresh mediums, while Langev on scrumped hards. They are not old, but still, fresh mediums should still be a lot faster. There we see more of grip, and he cannot convert it. He cannot convert it. He has run into him and spun. So, Kicks down to 6, but no damage to his front wing, at least not visible. The damage model has been a lot deeper in the game, at least it should be deeper. I did not endure some floor damage to my own yet when I raced, did not do it so much, but on those occasions that I tried it out, I did not have any bigger issues. But even if there should be, or if there might be, we will not see them. So in the old game it was very obvious. You always saw if there is damage to the car, if there was some winglet missing. For the floor damage, this is definitely not visible. While Kicks will overtake my avatar very soon. And then he is up into 5th again. Meanwhile, it's a duel for the lead between Spencer Milton and Slayer. Here we are. So what was a threesome battle is now just a duel, just the two of them. And here's the attack, including DRS, backed up by DRS. And Slayer is through. Still DRS in favor of the Alfa Romeo. Let's see if Spencer Milton can be fast enough to stay in DRS range and maybe try and counter it. The rest is far away already, 5.5 seconds, so this is a two groups party. Those two ahead and then three behind. Slayer is penalized by 3 seconds. So even if Spencer cannot counter the attack, he could just try and stay on his heels. And if he do not commit a mistake, if he doesn't get a penalty, he would be the leader then again. But as far as I know, these boys, they want to settle it on the racetrack. First DRS zone in favor of the Mercedes, but no counter yet. Spencer Milton, after 2 laps, has not had the chance for an attack yet. He is close enough, but just not in a position to attack. Now again, 7.something seconds when he went into the DRS zone, so easily inside the DRS window. But after the second DRS zone here, with 4:10, just no chance for an attack, while Kicks has made his way back onto the podium, 9.5 seconds behind Milton. And now we have 11.5 laps left, so these two boys will be able to go on softs then for a final quick last stint. Slayer, Milton and Frenzy and Kicks. And if everyone does, I think Langeft will just do too, because otherwise he would just be chewed up from the soft runners with his old hearts. Now it looks like as if Spencer Milton would be a little bit closer. No, he isn't. After the last turn, it's still between 6 and 7/10, so he should not be close enough for an attack again. Crawling closer after the long straight. Second short DRS zone. No, too far away. No chance. Let's have a quick look at Frenzy. He has been closing up to the Mercedes of Langeft, who is enduring some tire difficulties. 13 laps on his hards. Frenzy, slide there from Langeft. Frenzy, 17 laps on mediums, so these tires will very likely be falling off soon too. So it's now Slayer, Milton and Frenzy on rather old mediums. All of them will try to make them last maybe one lap longer, maybe 1 or 2 more laps, and then be on the safe side when turning on softs in the end. And meanwhile, Spencer Milton is out of the DRS window, 1.2 seconds now. Good job from Slayer, crawling away. And plan B for Spencer Milton now must be to stay within 3 seconds and not pick up a penalty himself, and then he will be granted the victory. There you see 3 seconds in the backpack of Slayer and 6 on the account of Langeft. So while Spencer Milton is jumping in, jumping out of the DRS window, we can stay a moment here with Frenzy and watch him. We have only 5 drivers, just 2 of them are in or out of the DRS window, so we have a 50-50 chance. Watching Frenzy, watching Milton. Here we are now with Frenzy, who is not pitting again, so this is the waiting moment. Who will be the next one to pit? Frenzy really does seem faster than Langeft, while Milton is obviously losing time a little bit on Slayer, so Milton not in a position to try an attack. And there is Frenzy out! Oh my! Oh my! Straight into the barrier there at the end of turn 12. And we have safety car number 4. And Slayer and Milton were already beyond the pit entry, while Kicks and Flangeft entered immediately. Kicks softs, Flangeft, yes, red tires too. What does my avatar do? Stay out, okay. So this will be a problem now for Slayer and Milton, because they are really slow now behind Mindlander, and that means that Kicks and Flangef both will catch up to them, and then when Milton and Slayer pit, they will be last. They will be even behind myself. And Kicks will be the race leader. Kicks will be leading when the race will be restarted. And both are in. And Kicks is 2 seconds away, so it is just as I forecasted it. Slayer and Milton will be last. And so, fourth safety car will come to an end. Kicks leading the way. Kicks all of a sudden in the lottery for a lead. And who's pitting there? Flangeft is pitting. My God, my goodness. Flangeft is pitting. Why does he do so? I cannot understand. Meanwhile, Kicks is ahead. Sepp Bauer was for a very short moment in second. How funny is that? My avatar battling for a podium and now has lost it against Spencer Milton. Obviously, that happened this way as myself I'm racing on old hearts against fresh softs of the others. And Flangeft obviously had some damage to his car. That was why he needed a pit stop. He will be fourth in the end. I am very sure that the admins will put him higher than my accidental avatar in here. So he will be granted at least 12 points. My goodness. Can you believe it? 12 points. Fourth position. How hard you have to battle in normal races to be fourth, to be granted 12 points. And he will be given it for being last tonight. Incredible. Really, really incredible. While we watch Spencer Milton. Spencer or Slayer. This is now the big battle, not for the win. Now it is the battle for P2. And maybe both of them will close up to kicks fast enough with the 5 laps remaining to make it a 3-man battle for the victory. Let's see how much these boys will battle out. We can easily stay now with these 3 here. So I think it's unimportant what Sepp Power is doing. I think it's unimportant what Flangeft is doing, who will be ranked over me, over my avatar in the end for sure. So the question is just who and in which order will be the podium setters in the end. Oh yeah, and both the drivers are within the DRS window. No DRS yet, as it hasn't been activated after the DRS, so the safety car phase. But it will only be a question of time. After this lap, for the last 3 laps, it will be activated, and then we will see us some hard back and forth. Yellow in sector 2. That was kicks. He does not have a front wing anymore. Totally off. Oi, oi, oi. That is huge. That is huge. He had such a great race. In the end, he had a problem. Then he came back and had a problem and came back again and was the leader. And now he has run into the barrier and damaged his front wing. He will need a pit stop. Then he will be ranked a lot further behind. Next man up is, well, myself. And have a look how big the gap is from myself to Flangeft. That is 27 seconds. That means that my avatar will be on the podium in the end. Isn't this crazy? Isn't this crazy? So for the last 3 laps, let's focus on these 2 boys, Slayer and Milton. We have seen them all over here tonight, battling it out back and forth. And in the end, it will come down to this one penalty Slayer has in his backpack. This 1 plus 3 seconds. Milton was not able to get into striking distance. He was never next to him, never in a position to attack after he lost the lead to Slayer. But in the end, he will still be the race winner because Milton just stayed within the 3 seconds window. If he doesn't pick up a penalty himself, of course, in the final 2 laps. Two laps remaining. The cloud has become gray, but I think weather will not affect this result anymore. So let's ride on board with Spencer Milton for the last 1.5 laps. He looks like the safe winner if Slayer doesn't throw it away. If he himself doesn't throw it away, of course. Throw it away meant as a mistake or as a 3 seconds penalty. He should be, yes, still in the DRS window, but a lot too far away to attack. Like the whole race. I mentioned it just a few laps ago. He was not able to attack Slayer the whole race. But in the end, he will be given the race victory for this one lapse, for this one mistake from Slayer, where he exceeded track limits somewhere. I am very sure that Milton knows this. He can just, or he must just stay away. He will just stay away of the track limits as good as he can. Woohoo! And Slayer almost threw his Alpha there away. Woohoo! Hard attack moment for Anand Tanki. Oh, and there we have raindrops. Have a look at this. This is the only thing that would have missed in this strange race. There are some there are some raindrops, but those drops will not affect this race anymore. The last 2 turns. The last turn now for Slayer, and Slayer will win the race, but only for 1.1 seconds. And then the race victory is given to Mr. Spencer Milton. Congratulations to Milton and Anand Tanki. Both these drivers were really the best drivers here tonight. They really showed why they are in this league, why they deserve to be on this podium. They deserve to be there no matter how many drivers we have, at least according to their each performance here tonight. Then, believe it or not, my avatar is on the podium, 4th, and then afterwards, after I am deleted, on the podium with 15 points will be Kicks, and Langeft is then in 5th. So this was a season opener. It was not a good one. I think that's safe to say. Let's just forget about this evening as quickly as we can and hope that the rest of season 8 will be better than here today. I hope that I will not be on the podium again, as strange as it sounds. And then we will head onwards next Monday. We will turn to Mexico then, and this is the final result after penalties. Milton has won ahead of Slayer, myself, but I will be deleted. Then Kicks in 4th, Flangev left. The rest did not finish. That is Frenzy, Luke Beck, Jimmy, Offish Red, Zinex Josh, EZW Loop, and there is a whole big name gaggle of drivers who did not start at all, like who is it, like Leclerc, Northsea, Zinex Josh, Kian Stevens, like Zondi, Haras, Tommy, J Sarge, Optics, Corby, William Gaming, and Peter. So let's see how things will look next week. Still, thanks for being with us. Thanks for watching the season opener of Season 8 of the Dragon Force Racing League. And we will see us again sometime soon in the future. Until then, have a nice evening, have a good week, and stay safe and keep racing.